Let's take a look at VChain. Last time we looked at VChain was on October the 20th. Here is a recap. Look at the chart from September until now. After VChain spike up, retrace, spike up, retrace, spike up, retrace, spike up. Basically, what I see here is VChain is setting up this inverted head and shoulder. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. And this is the neckline. VChain is in the process of breaking out of this neckline. So the key here for us is for VChain to be able to trade at or above 12.5 cents and stabilize over that. Once it does that, then it would confirm the breakout of this inverted head and shoulder. And technically, the target for this breakout would take VChain to about almost 17 cents. Switch over to the daily chart. The 10 days finally crossed over and now it's leading the 50-day and the trend is upward. So that is an extremely bullish sign. Again, like I said before, the last time when this happened, where the 10-day crossed over and lead the 50-day, we saw VChain spike up from about 8 cents all the way to 15 cents. So this is definitely a very bullish signal. The Bollinger Band formed out very nicely. The trend is definitely upward. The key is for VChain to cross over and stabilize over 12.5 cents because at 12.5 cents, it would validate this inverted head and shoulder. And the next target for VChain to run up to is 14.4 cents and then 15.7 cents and eventually reach the target of about 17 cents. Fast forward, this is the 4-hour chart for VChain and the data I have is due 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on November the 5th. Last time when we look at VChain was on October the 20th. That's when VChain was on the verge of breaking out of this inverted head and shoulder. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. And VChain broke out, ran up and reached my first target at 14.5 cents. Retrace, found support at the support of this upward channel. Continue to ride the support and then today spike up, reached the second target at 15.7 cents. Currently, VChain is trading at 15.8 and looks like it is on its way to reach my initial target price of 17 cents. Looking at VChain on this one-day chart, the chart is definitely looking very bullish. Let me quickly go over these indicators. First, the moving average. Around the middle of September, that's when we had this first bearish signal. The 10 days crossed over and dropped below the 50-day, which is the white line, as well as the 200 days, which is this yellow line. After that, the price continued to retrace, dip all the way down to about 8 pennies before it found bottom, and then the price started to reverse. Also at the same time, the 10 days moving average, which is this red line, reversed direction and started to trend higher. And then around the middle of October, the 10-day finally crossed over and now it's leading the 50-day. That was the first bullish signal that we have. And after that, the 10-day continued to cross over and lead the 200 days. And now the 10 days continue to trend upward. Another very bullish sign is the 50 days moving average is reversing direction. It is trending higher, while the 200 days moving average is trending lower. So it's just a matter of a couple of days before the 50 days will cross over and lead the 200 days. That would be a very bullish sign. This represents golden cross, transforming from a death cross. This happened around the third week in September to a golden cross. Is definitely an indication that VChain will have a lot more room to run up. The Bollinger Band is forming out very nicely. The band continues to contract and lots of momentum is being built up. This is when the width of the band gets very tight. And after the 10 days cross over the 50 days, the price started to spike up. The Bollinger Band is expanding and VChain is riding the upper band to trend upward. Volume starting to pick up a little bit and I believe it will continue to pick up as VChain continue to goes up in price. The Bollinger Band is also showing this upward momentum. So in the short term, as part of the breakout of the small inverted head and shoulder, there is a very high probability that VChange will continue to trend up following this upward channel. And the next major resistance would be at 17 cents. Given the fact that there's a lot of momentum was being built up and VChange is just beginning this process of running up, momentum could easily push it up to test the resistance of this upward channel at around 20 cents. And that is in the near term. If we're looking at the midterm, let's look at this chart again and see how the price have behaved. VChange spike up, retrace, bounce up, drop all the way down to about 6 penny, bounce up, retrace, bounce up. So essentially, VChange was forming this very large inverted head and shoulder. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. And this is the neckline. Today, when VChange spiked up and ran to about 16.5 cents, it crossed over the neckline. So VChange officially confirmed the breakout of this inverted head and shoulder. And technically, the breakout of this larger inverted head and shoulder should take the price up to about 25 cents. One of the things is the longer it takes to form this pattern, the higher the price could run up way beyond the target price. And if we look at how long it has taken for VChange to form this inverted head and shoulder, it started around the first week in May. And the pattern pretty much complete right around right now, which is the first week in November. So you're looking at about 6 months for VChange to form this pattern. So there is a very strong possibility that the momentum could push the price up to about 45 cents. So my target for VChange is, in the short term, it should be able to reach 20 cents. A 20 cent VChange would be testing the resistance of this upward channel. There's a very high probability that we would likely see the price retrace and then retest the support of the channel before it bounces up. And then it will reach 25 cents as part of the breakout of this inverted head and shoulder. And after that, VChange would continue to trend up and eventually reach my target price of 45 cents. All of this is assuming that Bitcoin would continue to stabilize and trend higher. That's it for this video, and don't forget to click that like button and reward me with a like if you appreciate the content that I'm presenting. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe, and make sure you turn notification on. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Vechain, because I provide constant update on all of our favorite cryptos.